Alright, week 4 of LTM going against TSlaps. This is going to be quite low energy because it's quite late at night for me and it's been a very long day. I'm just going to lead Empoleon and I can get a flip turn off on anything then, and well, try and get a flip turn. Obviously the Gastro is going to be a bit of a problem for that flip turn. So TSlaps is going to lead with Cleavor. Okay, so I am just going to click my flip turn. You could obviously just go into the Gastro, but this is where I wanted to lead you. You can just go for the Stone Axe as well if they wanted to. But I flipped in here. If they don't go into Gastro, then I can go Kilo. And if this is like not HP invested, then flip turn plus the T-Bolt will get the KO. So they're going to U-turn, which probably means they are going into their Gastrodon. I almost call it Fidel Castro then. Gastro because that was a cool nickname. So I think it was Don Fanatic in PBA. Blue, yeah, so that's going to be the Gastro standard there. So that could mean that's the host. So yeah, I guess the Spectacles. It could be Choice Scarf on what HP am I on Empoleon actually. We can find out. U-turn, what should that do to us? So about 20%. Yeah, okay. So here I'm just going to go out into my Serena. And then I might just go for a drop kick afterwards to try and drop something speed. Or I could just go for the U-turn myself. So we're going to withdraw. And we're going to be going into our Serena, Beauregard. And this thing, I think it gets like Acid Spray or something. Maybe it gets Sludge Bomb, I can't quite remember. Just going to Earthquake. Okay. So that does the square root of nothing to us. So I could drop kick. And we will get a drop on anything that comes in, or I could just go for my U-turn. This could be Rindoberry. I could just low sweep. Low sweep's pretty much neutral against everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go for my U-turn here. There's no way this stays in, even if it's Rindoberry. So we are going to get some initiative here. What goes in? Callum is going to be squeezing. Okay, it's neutralizing gas. That is very nice. Why is it neutralizing gas? Why neutralizing gas? Why would you do that? I don't know what they're trying to prevent there. I'm just going to go into my Delphox here. And then I can just Psychic Noise because there are no resists to that. Yes, well, it's Meloetta, sorry, and the Bronzong. So yeah, I'm just going to go for... Yeah, I'm going to go for a Fire Blast. Because surely the Bronzong comes in here. And that has to be Levitate. If that is not Levitate, then I don't know what's going on in this game. Meloetta could be like sort of Assault Vest. That could come in on the Psychic Noise as well. So they are going to withdraw. Do they go Bronzong or do they go Gastro as the middle ground? There goes the neutralizing gas. Meow Wow is Meloetta. Now we are going to land the Fire Ballast. And that's going to do crit. Okay. So crit, that could be Assault Vest. Yeah, that's probably plain Assault Vest. So I obviously don't want to stay in on this, but I don't have very good switch-ins other than my thingamajig being Empoleon. So we're going to switch into Empoleon. They could just go for the U-turn here. It's Terra Psychic, so it can't go for like Terra Plane. You could just go for Focus Blast. I think Melo gets that. Shadow Ball. Okie So that doesn't do a massive amount. Here I am going to take my opportunity to Roost because this is good for the Greasing and it is good for this thing. If this is Relic Song, then it could unleash some pain on us, but there's got to be Assault Vest. So they're going to withdraw. I think they just go back into the Gastro. The Gloop, is that what it's called? Boing is going to be the Bronzong. Okay. So I am going to knock. This could just be standard .jpeg body press set, but I am going to knock because I would like to get rid of its item. It is Cobble Berry. Okay. So that does nothing. Is it Iron Defense? Let's find out. It's going to Earthquake us. Okay. That does a decent amount actually. So Gastro is pretty free here, isn't it? Because I can just go back into my Serena. And yeah, here comes the gloop. Here comes the gloop. Castro. You are defensive. Earthquake would be doing about 60% to me. So they could flip, they could Earthquake, or they could go Poison Move. But we shall soon see. So we're going to swap out. We're going into Serena. This is our best bet. They could just go for Rocks if they got it. Do they have the Rocks? Earthquake. No Earthquake again. Okay. So this time, I am going to drop kick. So there I'm going to draw. And we're going to get an attack drop on whatever comes in anyway. Callum was the Guizin. Yeah, that's the Guizin. Neutralizing gas. So this isn't going to do much to it at all. But it will drop its attack, which is not going to affect it whatsoever. So it could Willow on us, it could T-Spikes. T-Spikes would be a little bit of a problem for us actually. But I'm just going to go Empoleon and then could Roost, or I could go for my Rocks. So we're going to swap out, and Empoleon is going to come in. We'll see what this thing does to us. It's obviously got a few options. It could set up Toxic Spikes if it wanted. It's just going to Sludge Bomb. Okay, so I'm actually going to set up my Rocks here to just start getting a little bit more chip, because they're going to withdraw. They might go straight into Gastrodon. And there goes the Neutralizing Gas. Swage. Who is Swage? The Lucario. Okay. Stealth Rock. So, do I need to keep this? Let us think. Realistically, I don't have a good switch into this, so I'm just going to flip turn. I don't mind if Empoleon goes. It just goes to the close combat. I'm pretty sure it's going to KO us anyway. It does. I was kind of hoping to break its sash if it had one. So now the thing is, we can go into our Delphox. So it's Life Orb, so I don't need to worry about a sash for this. Yeah, I'm going to go Delphox. And I can just click my Fire Blast again. And hope we land it. Mellow Attack come in. Pretty much anything is safe to come in on this, but we will see. Just could be Mellow again, could be Gastro, and it's blue, so that is the Gastrodon. So it's going to take Rock's Chip. You can hopefully find out how much or which investment this has got through Fire Blast. I do about 15, I think. Grasshopper will not get the KO on this, so I am just going to go into Serena, and then I can use him. But they might predict that this turn. We will soon find out. They could be thinking that we are like choice Delphox. You can see. Okay, so it's mixed. Now this turn I U-turn. And so they are going to withdraw. And they're going to Callum, which is the Guizin. Okay. So who is my switch into this? Well, it's Delphox, isn't it? I can go Delphox, and then I can just click Psychic Noise, which will mean, yeah, I go Delphox, I click Psychic Noise this turn, because if the Gastro comes in, then it won't be able to recover. If the Mellow does come in, or the Bronzong, then I can just click my next move anyway. It could just be using this to scout to see if I'm choiced. So they're going to withdraw. Could be Zong, Mellow, or Gastro. We will see. It's going to be the Gastro. Okay. So this thing would be nice to get it gone. So Psychic Noise, another one will not KO that. But Grass Knot will. Do I want them to not know that I am choiced? So they are Rinderberry, so they are actually going to eat this hit, and EQ will get the KO in, well, it won't get the KO. It's going to Yawn. Okay. So the Psychic Noise is going to wear off. So they could recover this turn. I'm going to go Heracross here, actually. Because if they do recover, then I can just go for my Trailblaze afterwards. We will get our Flame Orb off. and should be able to bop something and get some big damage. Okay, so I think we worked out that this thing is definitely, yeah, so this thing is for sure going to be especially defensive. So I'm just going to Trailblaze here, see what he wants to go into. Maybe it's the Guizin, it's Callum, yeah, so it's the Guizin. Now, if this is fully physically defensive, I think I can go for a bop afterwards with Facade and get my KO. So, Weezing, let's have a look. Well, we get our speed boost. Facade, I need this like 37? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go for the Facade. I think this gets like Psychic or something as coverage. Yes, that did Pain Splits. And yeah, we're not gonna win this war. So, I'm gonna go into Delphox this turn. Yeah, I'm gonna go Delphox. And they could either just go for the Pain Split again, they could go for an attacking move. I don't want them to go for the Willow predicting the Mamo to come in, because Mamo is what I wanted to do there. But at least I know this has got Sludge Bomb, it has got Pain Split. Does it have the Willow? Strange thing. I think that gets the attack drop. It does not. Okay. Yeah, so just Psychic Noise here. I'm going to draw. Could be going Bronzong this turn because obviously they went Gastro last turn with Psychic Noise. And Meow Meow was Meloetta. Okay, so Psychic Noise plus Rocks does Fire Blast KO afterwards. I don't think it does it? Based on the calc earlier, but I'm going to double check anyway. Fire Blaster is about 30%. Shadow Ball will do a maximum of 66. So I am just going to go for my Fire Blast, and hopefully we land. We miss. Sucks to be me. And then Shadow Ball is going to be a 2-hit KO. For sure. Yeah, that checks out. So this turn I've got to go into Serena. Fortunately, it's not going to enjoy this because it's a Meloetta. They could be aggressive and go for a double here. If they do, they probably go with the Lucario. So we're going to swap out, and Serena's going to come in. I think we might take 2 of these. I'm not entirely sure. We may not. Yeah, we should. Hyper Voice 107. I think we might take another one. I'm just going to U-turn here. Yes, this does 28 to 33%, and we're at 31% HP, so it's like a 50% chance to get the KO on us. They're going to TERA Psychic. Okay, the good thing is now, though, I can just go into Mamo, and then I just click TERA Blast Ghost. So, yeah. This will get the KO on Serena, so I'm going to put that in. Psy Shock. Okay. So, bye-bye to Serena. Gonna go Mamo, and I'm just going to click TERA Blast Ghost. Yeah. I'm hoping the Bronzong comes in here. If the Weezing comes in, it's a bit of a problem. They are staying in. We have Choice Scarf, which they are about to find out. But the thing is, they get a KO on the next turn, then with whatever they want, really. So let us find out what they are going to do next. So we outspeed, they know we are now Choice Scarf. But hey, not 6-0. So Mamo takes out Meloetta, bye-bye. So Scarlet was this thing. So a TERA Blast, we get 2 TERA Blasts, we can KO this thing. So I'm just going to go for it here. It can obviously get up its right. So it's Choice Scarf as well. Oh, okay, so we are even on hacks this game. So we are going to get the TERA Blast. It should be a 2-hit KO. Yeah, great. There's me, it's at 75%, so it was always going to be. So they could just try and get their rocks again, but we have heavy duty boots on Delphox, and no, we're not, we're Wide Lens, and we avoid again. Excellent. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mamoswine takes out Cleavor as well. Brilliant news. Sucks, sorry about that, but obviously we missed our Fire Blast earlier, which could have been crucial overall, because I could have just left Delphox in afterwards, wouldn't have had to sack Serena. So Boing is going to be the Bronzong. Okay. Pretty sure TERA Blast nukes this. We know they like T-Wave? Is it going to be T-Wave? TERA Blast. This has got to be physically defensive. I'm just going to go for my TERA Blast. And once this goes, I can just click EQ. If this goes. So if this is like fully Fizz Def, I could be getting like 60 to 70%. If it's not Fizz Def, then I get the KO. Well, 75 to 88, which this should be well within that. And do we get the KO? Let's find out. Find out what kind of set this is. This T-Wave is going to be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so it is Fizz Def. It's going to Gyro Ball. That's not going to KO us, because we are not Ice type. So yeah, just going to TERA Blast again. And that will get us our KO. They could obviously swap into Guizin if they wanted to. And they are going to let us have the bronze on. Okay. So I'm going to sack something next to him. So I can just come back in and click EQ. So how much is that going to do to Gastro? We found out it was Spadaf earlier, didn't we? So EQ would get the KO on it. And Callum. Okay, so yeah, here's the Guizin. Neutralizing gas, so that's going to go off. Shaka will not get the KO from there, actually. Who do I go into? I'm going to go into Kilowattrel. Actually, if they pain split, that will not be nice, but I'm just going to U-turn afterwards. I don't mind them just getting damage on us. They surely wouldn't. They're going to strange. Yeah. And they get the crit. So T-Wave is not going to be very good on this. They go Gastro, I think, yeah. They do go Gastro. Brilliant. Yeah. So now I can just go into my thingamajig, my Mamo, and ooh, we don't get the KO there. Do we? Mamoswine to Gastro. Pretty sure I found out that was Spadaf earlier, didn't I? Heracross gets the Facade KO here. So what I'm going to do is go into Heracross, and then I can click Facade twice. And that should KO the Guizin. Lucario could obviously come in. Yeah, just going to click Facade here. Okay, so they're going to let us have the Gastro. And there you go. So look, Lucario can come in and get a KO. The Guizin could come in, get a KO. But I don't mind if the Guizin comes in, because I will just leave this in and go for my Facade. Lucario comes in, I'll just leave this in and go for close combat anyway. So, Swage, that was the Lucario, wasn't it? I think so. Yeah. If this is, well, it can't agility, it can't set up on me. There's nothing it can do. It can just get his KO and bring down the diff a little bit. So it's just going to extreme speed. Okay. So I just go into my Mamo anyway and get the KO here, because there is absolutely no way in hell this thing is living. So Mamo's going to come in and I just click the EQ button because yeah, there's no way this could be invested to survive. Yep, so we're going to get our KO here. And then Guizin comes in and it's Shaka. And we will get KO with one of the others afterwards anyway. So Mamo picking up 4 so far. Can Mamo get 5? Can Mamo get 5? Let us find out. So yeah, neutralizing gas again. If they are Shaka, which we will soon find out. I've been playing the game like they are Shaka, so if they're not Shaka now, we'll get 34 to 40% if they are Shaka. I'd like Mamo to get the final KO here. They are Shucker. Let's find out. Do we get the KO? We do get the KO anyway. Brilliant. Oh, it was a crit. That potentially could have mattered. But we won that game anyway because it's not going to get much from the pain split. So yeah, GG to TSlaps. Really happy with how that game went. That was a really threatening team TSlaps had. The Stone Axe is, yeah, sorry about the misses. And sorry about the crit at the end. Didn't really change the outcome of the game, maybe just differential by 1. TSlaps links are going to be in the description down below, so make sure you check them out. That's going to put us at 2-2 overall and maybe neutral differential. I can't remember where we're at overall. Yeah, I think that might be neutral differential actually. So that's alright to be after week 4. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and leave a like especially for TERA Ghost Mamoswine.